All right. Here we are. Episode number 4. Okay.
So 100.
Our goal is to get to 100. And I think they're getting there pretty quickly. Because we're on 4 and it's only been a week. That's fast.
Yeah.
We're like a podcast freight train.
Well, the momentum will probably slow down.
I think part of the reason we keep producing new content is that we don't know what we're doing. And so we want to try out different things that we have. So today we have a new webcam and we're also in my office because we hope that maybe the sound will be less echoey in here.
Yeah.
And we have no idea because we didn't actually test how this sounds in here.
Sorry.
So, I mean, is the microphone even on? I don't see a light. That's probably a good question to ask ourselves. Okay. I don't know that we have. Should we stop that one then? Here, let's pause. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We just started recording and then realized that we had the wrong microphone on.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was awkward. But here we are.
Yep.
We're back. What we were saying is that we are probably producing a lot of episodes because this is episode 4 in only 1 week, which I think is pretty good. It's like every other day we're giving you a little sprinkling of love.
We do talk a lot as well. And every time we talk, I say, wait, we should put this on the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like instead of having a phone call, we might as well record it because we would probably be talking about these same things. For example, our outfit choices today. So I have a shirt on that says shake your pom-poms, it's game day. I chose it because it's red and this is Valentine's weekend. And I went to a birthday dinner on Saturday and I got peanut sauce on my good red shirt.
Oh, you have a good red shirt?
I have a good red shirt.
For Valentine's Day weekend?
Well, just for
you're extending that holiday a bit.
Feeling red, but now I'm wearing this shirt.
Taylor Swift.
Because I love Nessa.
Okay.
And then you're choosing something special today too. What do you got going on over there?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to be my authentic self. You know, there's too many pretty people putting on YouTubes. So I just wanted to come in my weekend attire. We got the side pony going on because I just went on the spin bike, the trusty wide headband to cover up the dandruff.
Keep it in place.
Cover up the dandruff. And then I bought this new fleece with 2 pockets.
It's got 2 pockets. It's also extraordinarily large. I think it was made for a different size person than you are because you're not that large.
Okay, but if somebody was like, would you rather have a sweatshirt too small or too big? They're going to definitely choose too big.
But if you also could have a 9-month pregnancy in that sweatshirt and it looks like it would still work, then maybe you chose a big size.
I could have twins in this. I mean,
just saying. I mean, you could probably have 2 9-month pregnancy babies.
It's just so soft.
I mean, it's I'm not hating on it. Really,
and I'm not sure what's going on with that.
It feels a little bit like you're ready to pop a boob out for breastfeeding. But it's not quite low enough.
Right. Do you think I should keep it with the 2 buttons undone, or should I go all the way up? Let me show you.
I think it's kind of
wait before you decide. All the way up. For a cold winter day.
Hard hitting questions here today on Ridiculous Momversations.
I like it. Wait, people can't see us. We have to describe it if they're on the podcast.
Oh, okay. So it is like this.
Yeah, let's hear your description of what I'm wearing,
cheetah,
and then I'll make the right description.
It's like a cheetah leopard print, but it's just got a cheetah collar and cheetah sleeves. But then there's like this quilted bib area on the décolleté chest region, and then it goes back into party town with more cheetah.
You forgot to talk about the pockets. I bought it for the pockets. You forgot.
And it has pockets, so you could
made of the same quilted material.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're a member of the predator family with wearing the cheetah, but then you're also a kangaroo.
Right. I told Brady today, I wore this to when I took Brady for breakfast, and I go, was it okay if I wear this, or is it like too embarrassing? And he goes, It's fine. You just look like you're from the 80s.
Wow, that hurt.
And I was like,
burn.
First of all, I'm a 90s child. So
well, actually, weren't you 89?
89, but I wasn't true 80s.
Well, but I'm just saying you were technically created in the 80s. I only lived
6 months of the 80s. Come on.
That's close enough. You got some of it in there.
Anyway, I'm not ashamed that I bought this. It was 20% off, and I have no clue why. It's also somebody else's because I bought it from a resale store.
I might have a clue.
Wait.
Just kidding.
Let's walk through that real quick.
Yeah.
Somebody gave this up because they didn't want it anymore. Somebody else, the store was selling it, then couldn't sell the item that somebody had given up. So they had to put it on sale. I buy it.
Swooped in, got a deal.
That was 2 people not wanting to.
Very comfortable. There's buttons on the neck and pockets, and it's a multiple.
I think this is water resistant.
Yeah, maybe. I actually kind of wish the cheetah print was there because I spill things there all the time.
Right.
And so I feel like it would be better camouflage.
There's lots of room for your boobs in this thing.
Yeah. Well, that's because you could fit a whole pregnancy in there. But how was your Valentine's Day? What did you and Max do?
Forgot it was Valentine's Day.
Okay. might have hit a hot button. Ding, ding, ding.
See, Max and I, we just always our anniversary is in December. So by the time February comes around, it's just so much because you got Christmas and our anniversary. So Valentine's Day.
So you're telling me a month and a half was not enough distance,
right,
to the next holiday. But I'm very glad then that.
I mean, we celebrate July 4th.
Thank goodness that you didn't have like a Christmas baby because that baby would be like out of luck. You'd be like,
yeah, that's true.
Sorry, kids, you get nothing separate.
No, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, I probably wouldn't even use different paper. I would probably just use the same paper. I don't even do that with SANTA. The children are in here. They're right behind us.
Yeah, they're back there.
You have the special SANTA paper, but I choose to opt out of that. And instead, I just say that Santa used my supplies when he got here.
But you do really fancy bows. So
I just don't do the bows on Santa.
I think that makes up for it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
no, if I had a Christmas baby, for sure not.
So for Valentine's Day, I think we keep lowering the bar every year.
Every year of marriage.
We've been
for sure.
married for 14, going on 15 years next month. Slow clap.
Feels like 30.
Feels like eternity. But I literally said to him the other night, I go, I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day. Is that bad? And
my best shirt is spoiled.
And my best shirt has peanut sauce, so I can't wear that. And he's like, just get me a card. That's what he said.
I thought he would have said, give me the
No, he said, just get me a card. Well, he wants that also, obviously. But he's like, just get me a card. But then the awkward thing was, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just get him a card. So I got him a card and a box of chocolates on Valentine's morning. But then I did not get my card until about 11 p.m. on Valentine's evening. And he held it up and said, oops, forgot to fill it out, and left the room to fill it out for a minute. And we did get a heart-shaped pizza.
Violet is
hashtag Papa John's if you want to sponsor us, heart-shaped pizza. But I did not realize that heart-shaped pizza means that you have to have a thin crust. So I almost immediately regretted choosing the romantic shape because I couldn't dip it in the garlic butter. Yeah. And I was just wanting more carbs than that out of my pizza.
Also, so I did buy Max a Valentine's Day card, and this is how it went down. I went to Home Goods and I bought their fancy Valentine's Day card. And then I went through the checkout and then I went to pick up my bags. So I bought a lot more than just a Valentine's Day card. And as I picked up my bags, there was the Valentine's Day card in the bottom of the cart unpurchased. Normally a $2 item, I would put that in my car. It doesn't feel right after saying it, but it happens. They have insurance for it. They have insurance for it. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, Max always gets mad at me. So I said, you know what the perfect Valentine's Day present is?
What?
For me not to take that card.
That's where you went with it.
And that's what I told him. I said, I did get you a card, but I didn't pay for it. And I didn't just, shoplift.
So funny.
When I got to the car, I left it in the car.
How many
and
years?
so there's your present.
How many years have you guys
I
been
also
married?
put all the things back in their proper place. I usually don't do that either.
Okay. But how many years have you been married?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Do you think it was a lot more romantic in the beginning than it is now?
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like
He used to write me a note every day.
Oh my, you're kidding me.
Yeah, some of them were sexual with drawings. Because we worked together. So
Why
he would leave
does
a
that
note on
not-
my desk. And I said, you can't leave notes on my desk at work with sexual drawings because people might look at that and think, oh, maybe Shelly was here already.
Oh my goodness, what an HR nightmare for whoever's listening to
Yes.
this. They're like, what? If you work in HR, what would you do if you found out a coworker was giving another coworker sexual drawings?
They weren't all sexual.
You're fired.
Yeah, but he would put a note every day under my keyboard. And sometimes they were of sexual reference, sometimes they were not. But it was very, very sweet. And I still have all of them.
Okay.
And then now he did not get me a Valentine's Day card, nor had a story of where he tried to go get one. So there's that.
Interesting choice. I feel like Brian, you know how everybody has like different love languages,
Mhm.
right? So if you're not familiar with the love languages, there's different things. Some of them are physical touch, what was it, quality time?
Yep.
Then there's gifts.
Mhm.
And then what's the last one? Oh, words of affirmation. So that's like telling someone like you're beautiful.
I zoned out at like number 3. So
she zoned out. But there's 5 love languages. I'm pretty sure I just named only 4. But point is,
You got them.
my love language is gifts, and not because I want to be like showered with things, but I really feel thought about when I know that somebody saw something and was like, Allie needs that, and they go and buy it, and they wrap it up, and they give
What
me
if they
like a
didn't
special.
think that? What if they're just like, I'm gonna put this in my cart and buy it?
Did they wrap it? Because it still counts. You know,
A gift bag?
Don't tell
What if
me
they
that
put
you-
it in a gift bag.
yeah, they got to put it in a gift bag.
And that still counts as thinking of you?
Yeah, one
Does
time.
it have to be holiday appropriate wrap?
Of course. One time I had a boyfriend, if you're listening, hey, and he built me a birdhouse for my birthday, but I didn't even like nature back then. This was in college. And so I wasn't like I went bird watching or anything. I didn't understand where the birdhouse gift idea came from, but this was the best part.
You still have that birdhouse.
No, I don't. I do not. I don't know where it went. Sorry, Billy. But he calls me and he's like, hey, I've got
Goodwill.
He's like, I've got your birthday present ready. Do you want it now or do you want to wait 5 minutes and I'll wrap it?
You said 5 minutes.
I said, just take that 5 special minutes and wrap that thing up.
That you weren't going to keep?
I didn't know it was a birdhouse. I didn't know what it was. He just said, I have your birthday present. You want me to wrap it?
I guess that's another thing. Do you keep presents from ex-boyfriends?
I don't think so.
Do I have any?
Oh, I do have a piece of jewelry from another ex-boyfriend, which is, I think, too expensive not to keep, but I don't
Well, you
wear
could
it.
have sold it to a pawn shop.
I think I should sell it to a pawn shop because I never
Yeah,
wear it because it
that's kinda
doesn't,
weird.
it feels weird,
It is weird.
even though it was probably
Yeah.
20 years ago.
You might get more money on Facebook Marketplace.
But it was a really good ring. Like it was from
it needs to be sold.
Mayor's.
If you're interested, describe it. So if somebody's interested in
so if you're
purchasing the ring,
interested, it's got like little
we should do it as a giveaway.
when Allie's diamond ring from her ex-boyfriend giveaway. Hey, if we get to 200 listens, I should give that ring away. If we get to 200 listens this week, I will give that ring away. Okay. To some lucky winner. I don't know. Someone that listened to the podcast will comment.
And I feel like there's like terms and conditions we should have around that because you usually hear them on The Price is Right, but we're not at that point.
We're not sophisticated enough for that. We're still figuring out microphones.
Just so you may or may not get the gift.
You may or may not get the gift, but right now, what I'm thinking is you will get the gift. Okay. But it's like, it's got little.
With no criteria.
It's got like little teardrop emeralds and a row of diamonds. And it's set in platinum.
My birthday's in May. I could use that.
You could use it. maybe you should get us to 200 listens and possibly be entered to win.
It should be the 200th listener.
It should be the two. Oh, here, funny, like true story. We just opened up our Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
So if you aren't already following us on Ridiculous Momversations on Facebook, please give us a like and follow. But we were at 99 earlier today, and I looked at my husband and I said, did you accept my invite to like this podcast? Because if not, get me to 100.
Oh, and he was doing this while driving, I'm sure.
No, but I think he was setting up our camper.
Okay.
I think he was like multitasking, but he did like it. After that, he figured out how to accept the invite.
He figured it out?
Figured it out. Super difficult for somebody with an MBA. And he did figure it out, and he was the 100th like.
But he's not getting the ring.
He will not get the ring. It does not fit his finger. It would be a waste. And who would he give it to? Me? Which we're right back where we started with I can't wear it. Also, so we've been like really busy this week. So this week we started the podcast. We recorded. Now this is our 4th episode. Mm-hmm. We also started our new YouTube channel, our Ridiculous Momversations YouTube channel, and our Ridiculous Momversations Instagram account.
Right. And we can't promise we're going to actually keep up with any of these.
We don't know how often we'll post, but there's these things.
I replied to somebody yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's good. And you also shared something from personal life today. I saw Violet grabbing things with a grabber. That seems like you.
Oh yeah, that was on our stories. Oh yeah, if you want a funny thing, go look on our stories on Ridiculous Momversations Instagram.
Yeah,
there's a stories there. Yes.
Funny.
So Brady stayed over at my house yesterday, and I have 2 grabbers, one for downstairs, one for upstairs.
Now, if you're not familiar with the grabber,
who's a mother listening to this not familiar with the grabber?
Well, if you've been pregnant, it's a very useful thing.
It's amazing.
When you can't bend over anymore because your belly's too big, it's like, how do I get that?
Lazy?
And if you don't have another child to go fetch it for you, or a husband who wants to be at your beck and call, a grabber is a good way to go.
It's literally the best.
It's made for old people, but I think it should be marketed to pregnant people as well. Or
honestly,
just busy moms.
The color selection is not great, so I really hope that they bedazzle that.
Yeah, or bedazzle.
We should open up an Etsy store where we just buy regular grabbers.
Oh my gosh.
Bedazzle them and then resell them. I've seen people do that with iPhone chargers.
Would you buy a personalized grabber with like your name on it? Like Mommy's grab stick.
I would also I need a longer grabber. I don't understand why not all grabbers are like
you want like
a pole vaulting pole.
Oh, you want like
that's how far away.
You need like a telescoping grabber so that you can choose your perfect length. Okay.
Anyway, so yesterday
Shark Tank, that could be best going on Shark Tank with that.
And
give up the idea now.
Okay, so Brady was over at my house, and Violet was trying to get Brady to help her grab Harper with the grabber. And she goes, "Come on, Brady!" And then Brady gets said grabber, grabs Violet with the grabber, and it didn't end well.
Wow. I do appreciate you for taking my oldest child, Brady.
It was terrible.
And it sounds like it went downhill.
Fast.
Went downhill fast. I texted you last night. We're like FaceTime. You're like, it's being so great.
No, he was very good.
Hanging with the girls.
He was good.
It's awesome. And then this morning, he's trying to hit people with grabbers. Yeah, that's what happens. That's good.
He did say, and I quote, "This is why I terrorize Beckett." That came out of his mouth. So I said, that's not appropriate. And then he was also not very nice to his friends on Xbox. So I told him that if he kept being mean, it was going to be taken away. And then he said, "It's not my fault. Brendan is a loser." Into the headset. I said, this is what I'm talking about.
I don't know how people are his friends sometimes, because his things that come out of his mouth are not nice. It's like he really needs a lesson the hard way, but at the same time, I can't go up to his friends and be like, teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Don't accept that behavior.
I imagine they probably give it back to him. But apparently Brennan was copying things today, and they did not appreciate that in the game. So poor Brennan.
Yeah. If you're listening,
but it was funny.
We're sorry.
Yeah, seriously, sorry.
On behalf of Brady.
And but then it's also like a boy thing. Boys just raise each other. I mean, you could hear him in the headphone. It wasn't just him. They were all just going.
I did hear something one time that it's like, a guy cares about you if they tease you.
That's exactly what I think.
Which I think is kind of true, because Max loves to tease you. He loves to tease anyone that he cares about. Do you think his lack of a
Valentine's Day card was a tease?
Oh, maybe that's the ultimate love. He was like, I'll show her. You
I
know,
feel like he could have gotten me at least the Publix 3 for $12.
Maybe he's
flour
gonna
bundle.
think about it and get something better later.
You better listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we totally veered away from the love languages.
Oh, yeah.
What I was going to say about the love languages.
You threw out the ex-boyfriend ring.
Well, I'm sorry, but the point is, as the gifts is mine, and it's definitely not Brian's. And I think that having
that's how Max and I are.
15 years of marriage and like 17 years together has made me a worse gift giver, because the love language that used to really excite me, I now almost don't want to get excited about gifts, because then I'm let down. I'm really disappointed when it stinks. And so it's like, I don't want to give as much anymore, because it's like, well, I know he's not going to do anything, and then I'm going to be sad that I put all this time and effort. And so I'd rather just not be upset.
I think it's really difficult for adults, though, just from Brian's point of view, because Max is the gift person, but it's really difficult to get somebody who has everything something.
Agreed.
So it's also like, some of it is for lack of effort. I'm not going to deny that, but then it's also like, literally, what more could I buy? And then he always says like, well, I don't want any more clutter. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to buy you something without getting more clutter? And you already have everything. And then also like a certain budget is, we got to watch our money. And I'm like, well, I can't, like, literally, what is not a lot of money that isn't clutter? It's difficult.
That's also a valid point, because I did not get really much for the kids either. And I felt really bad, because like they got some stuff from their friends. And I think sometimes when the holiday gets farther away from like the end of the week, where he's like Beckett's with his nannies, I don't even think like, oh, I should be bringing something, because like the older kids don't care about the holidays anymore.
Right.
So they're through the phase of like wanting to bring the Valentine's box and exchanging the Valentines and everything. So I don't even think about it. Then I'm like, great, now I'm the mom who didn't bring the other friends a Valentine.
You know what I did?
And I don't want to be that person.
Oh, let's talk about this.
What?
Mom's going to get mad.
Oh, no.
But we have to talk about it.
What?
So I was talking with this about my friends at work, because I buy the fancy Valentines, like the ones that come with something, a sucker, gummy bears, tattoos, stickers, whatever it is. I don't buy just the cardboard ones.
I don't think almost no one buys just the cardboard anymore.
Mom did back in the day, and I was the only child at school who didn't give anybody else something. People were giving out ring pops, sticky things, and there's Vanessa's loser Valentine. So anyway, we were talking about it at work, and I said, does anyone else have this problem? No one.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like what Valentine's did she buy for you? She probably bought you the bougie ones. That's why I didn't get them.
Oh, please. No, you probably got it better than I did. I think she probably just told me no. She probably was like, you want a Valentine card? No, do a chore. That's probably what she told me.
She cut up some paper.
Cut up some napkins that were left over. Write a message on there. Now, here's the thing. Do you think
they're also
not having the candies made you a better writer, because then you had to think about a thoughtful message?
Yeah, it was.
But now you're a good writer, and you're awesome at writing cards.
I don't know.
You are.
I just know I was very embarrassed, because also, like when you're going around, you're putting them in the box. Like some kids, theirs Valentines are so awesome, it didn't fit in the little slot, but mine just slid right because there was nothing to
never had to maneuver it much. Just right in that.
So Angela's over there just like shoving whatever you bought her.
Oh yeah.
I think she had the ring pops. I think that's why it stuck out in my mind. A ring pop is not fitting in the top of that shoebox.
No, I think the slots have gotten bigger over the years too, because they've realized that the children were struggling with that.
Also, I just don't understand why she didn't buy them. Like literally, it was like maybe $5 for 25 of them. Like, Mom, come on.
Wasn't in her budget. She did not budget for that. Nope. No, maybe.
And then look at how scarred I am.
Maybe you got the good cereal or something that week instead.
Yeah,
maybe.
Hopefully,
we think so.
No way, because that's the years that she was into Chex Mix, or what was it called, Life cereal. Do we have any Life cereal? If you eat Life cereal, can you comment, please? Because
I love Life cereal. I'll comment right now.
You don't eat it?
Yes, I do. I have a box in the pantry right now.
Do you need to go get it?
No. But I'm telling you, I have it in there, and it's not good. But if you do a little like tablespoon of sugar on top, it's a game changer. It's a game changer for Life cereal. And now all of a sudden it's delicious. And you're like, ooh, am I eating healthy foods right now?
But you put sugar on it.
Yeah, but it's coated. It's a healthy coated in bad things.
Do you know what
like this McDonald's Coke.
Do you know what one of Violet's daycare chefs said to me one day?
What?
She goes, you know how I get children to eat vegetables? I said, how? And she goes, they'll eat anything with a little sugar on it. So I just put a little sugar on the green beans.
What? Does that taste good?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
I tried it for Harper when she did not eat it, but that's what she said. She said she puts the sugar on the vegetables.
Like 10 years ago, I was really caring a lot
They're out
about
of business now. Just whatever.
Didn't work as well as she thought for keeping those registrations going. But about 10 years ago, Jerry Seinfeld's wife, I forget her name. I want to say it was like Jennifer Seinfeld or something like that. Right. But anyway, she had this cookbook that was supposed to be disguising your vegetables into recipes. I made one recipe.
That's good.
From the book. It wasn't disguised. It still tasted like vegetables. My children didn't eat it and I didn't eat it either.
Yeah, I like a good vegetable, but
I know you like vegetables, but I don't. And well, actually, I will say
I feel like you don't salt them enough. You got to salt the vegetables, man.
You know what? Salt and pepper is like the secret to making almost anything good.
Yeah, literally.
Just simple salt and pepper. We've been cooking HelloFresh.
Oh yeah.
I am obsessed with HelloFresh. I've probably made like 100 recipes to this point. And
you really did stick with that. At first I thought I was like, oh dear God, she is not sticking with it. But you have stuck with it.
HelloFresh has literally ruined me for regular meals.
I agree. Because since I've had a couple of your HelloFresh meals, I'm like,
you're like, now when you make your regular old dinners, you're like, this isn't HelloFresh. This does not taste, what we call it, hella good. Because it's so delicious. But all this, like almost every recipe is like salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper your meat, salt and pepper your vegetables. Right. And it's like, I didn't know that it was going to make everything taste that much better.
Oh, something funny happened with Natalie yesterday.
Oh, what?
So
hi, Natalie. We love you. She's our other sister. Hi.
And, okay. So Natalie came over and she said, well, I have to leave by, I can't come over between 4 and 5:30. And I said, what's with the specific time? And she said that she promised Kenny that she would make him a fresh dinner before he went to work. And then I responded, oh, that'll stop after kids. And then she looked at me like I was the true person that I am. And I said, sorry. And then Max was like, you made it. Max is there. He goes, what? You're literally leaving to go make him dinner? What are you making? And she said, baked ziti. And then he looks at me and said, why do you make me baked ziti? And I said, because I tell you to go eat cereal.
That's funny. I would also say that.
And it was on Valentine's Day because it was yesterday.
I know, but listen, baked ziti is actually my baked ziti recipe, which you're welcome, Natalie. And I'm glad that Kenny loves it. But here's what I'll also say.
That's why I said, why don't you make me one?
Now, maybe you guys want to have a Valentine's dinner together, which
maybe that's why she
make a little more sense. But baked ziti is one of those things where you can totally prep it, put it in the fridge, and then Kenny would just pop it in the oven. So you could have still done that. Right. And just had him pop it in the oven for 30 minutes. So just tip for the next time. Also, baked ziti is one of those things that still tastes just as delicious reheated.
Yeah, it does. Your baked ziti is really good.
It's very delicious.
But I just felt like the commitment was a pre-child type of commitment.
Pretty funny. Brian says that I don't cook as much as I used to, but I like to think that I have masterminded it now because now we get HelloFresh and Brian will make a lot of the HelloFresh meals, but I'm cleaning up the kitchen and cleaning all around him. So it's not like I'm sitting down doing nothing. It's just that he's doing the cooking, or a lot of times we'll do like the chopping and stuff together, which by the way, I feel like HelloFresh, like if your marriage is in a little bit of a struggle right now, or you're just not spending as much time together, subscribe to HelloFresh and start cooking meals together because we laugh so hard.
Really?
Well, yeah, we're just chopping up vegetables. We're like just
I've actually heard that before.
Chit-chatting about our days, but like spending quality time where we're not like both on a different device, or one of us is watching TV and one of us is dealing with the children or whatever.
I'm actually gonna go home and order that actually now.
I'm telling you, it's really like not only is it the most delicious meals, but it's also, I truly believe, help my marriage to be even better.
I do have to agree that since you've been making those, that makes sense. Because since been making those meals, you've been, I can see
Doesn't my love tank seem fuller?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, Violet does ask me sometimes why we have cereal for dinner. So.
Well, my kids won't even eat the HelloFresh, which doesn't make any sense because it's so good. And I'm like, you're lost. But they won't even eat the foods.
Which is so funny because, sorry, Mom, again, if they could have had those meals that we were forced to have as a kid, beef stroganoff, may I remind you?
No.
What are some other really bad ones?
Suey.
Oh, chicken chop suey. Oh my God. Straight from the can, just reheated.
Yeah.
Never bought a fresh vegetable, only in cans.
Toy brand.
Oh,
Mom, you're so talented at many things, especially being a mom, but cooking isn't your strong suit. And that's okay. That's okay. But we do have some emotional scars from the foods that we had to eat.
Oh, the beef stroganoff. I can still
also the meatloaf, which was basically just hamburger meat, no seasoning, and tomato soup on top.
So that's a funny one. Wait, I have a funny story. I have to tell about it real quick. I met Max, right? And Max loves meatloaf. And so he would be like, do you want to make a meatloaf? And I was like, I hate meatloaf. I hate it. And he was like, really? And I'm like, so I described like, he kind of figured out eventually that I like all the things of normal meatloaf, but yet had such a disdain for meatloaf. So he kind of slowly figured out it must have been the meatloaf that she was given. She thinks that's how meatloaf is made. And so he made me have a meatloaf, or you did. One of the two of us did.
I have a very good meatloaf recipe too.
Yeah. And so I tried it, and then now I love meatloaf and I have it all the time.
I wonder, is it my recipe maybe?
I don't know. It's any recipe that's not, sorry, Mom, the one that Mom made.
Which basically wasn't really a recipe.
It was just the meat with ketchup on top.
No, it was like tomato soup or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was tomato soup.
Meat with tomato soup.
It was not.
I don't think there was any salt and pepper on that either. Salt and pepper, maybe that could have made it better.
There's not much that could have made that
pound
of beef.
Do you remember when Mom went through the phase where she was really wanting us to be healthy? So she made bran muffins.
I was too young for that.
Every single meal, she would make a bran muffin.
I do like a good bran muffin.
Really, really healthy colons during that time phase. But we were really tired of like blueberry bran muffins because it was every night.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
So. Oh man, she's gonna kill us because she hates when we talk about the things that we don't like.
She is. Well, okay, so we'll topic.
Anyway, we just won't tell her about this one. We'll just say, Mom,
don't listen to this episode.
Skip episode 4.
Mom, if you're listening, we love you. Don't be mad at us. You're an angel.
You're an angel that's gotten better over time.
An angel that's gotten better over time, but still likes to go rogue on recipes. To this day,
the chili,
she'll think that she wants to change the recipe. One time she was making the box of brownie mix, and she said that it sounded like too much oil, so she only put half the oil. And can I tell you how dry those brownies were?
What about the macaroni and cheese? We know she didn't put all 5 cheeses in
I don't think she put all the cheeses in that macaroni. Mom, we're
see you
talking about that macaroni from Thanksgiving, and it did not seem as cheasy as Natalie's the year before.
Yeah,
we think maybe you didn't do as much cheese.
Sorry,
not sure, but I will say I'm still grateful for the macaroni. So
grateful.
Let's make sure that we're also
still
grateful.
Won't eat the chili soup though. That's basically tomato soup with beans.
Lots of color to beans too. She likes many specific beans included in her chilies. It needs to be dark beans, light beans.
You know what? She lives by herself, so it's fine. It's like you make your food your best.
Whatever
self.
Tastes the best.
She's also lost like a lot of weight, so she's doing something that we're not.
Yeah, she's eating way healthier. She's doing low carb and stuff too.
She also doesn't have all the crap in there, like the sugar.
I like to blame my kids for wanting all the bad snacks, but I think it's just me.
Oh, that's great.
I want the bad snacks.
That's great.
That's okay. That's okay. One day I'll be skinny. Maybe when I'm 60 something, like Mom.
She's lost how much weight? At least
really hit my stride.
Oh, look, you're putting your arm around me right now.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, really?
That's sweet. Did you put deodorant on?
Yeah, I did. I did, just for you.
Did you feel the sweatshirt? Was it soft?
Oh, it was very soft.
I know. I'm
like
telling
a blanket.
I'm going to take this off one day and you're going to put it on and then you're going to be wearing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's nice.
Well, let's talk about loving your kids.
Okay.
And if there's any words of wisdom to how to love
also,
your
my
kids.
throat's getting a little dry, so we're going to have to wrap this up soon.
Okay. Her throat is dry. Oh my gosh. The talent needs assistance. But
we all know you're the star of the show and I'm just, what's it called? What's the guy that hypes the hyper guy?
Hype person?
Yeah, that's what I am.
Oh, I don't think so, Vanessa.
Yeah, you're Jay-Z and I'm your hype person that comes out. Hey, let's do this. Yeah.
Well, I think that's very sweet of you to say, but I think this is a joint venture. Equal parts of importance.
You could give me your spin bike for.
I will not give you the spin bike.
Okay.
So, what about kids and love? And do they make it hard or easy?
Well, Violet makes it really hard because my therapist, that sounds so
didn't sound good.
Okay, so for those who can't see, Violet looks almost identical to me as a young child. And sometimes she acts like me. And my therapist said that it's called a mirror. That there's an actual term for it, that when you're a parent and your child looks just like you did at that age, and when they act like you, but in the bad parts,
the bad parts,
that's called mirroring, because you see yourself in, oh my God. And
but it's the things that you
very
didn't like about yourself, or you feel badly about, you're like, oh man, was I that picky on
was
things?
I that difficult?
Yeah.
And so, sometimes that's just the honest truth, that I sometimes have a really hard time with her. Like Harper, it doesn't happen with Harper because Harper has red hair. So even if her face looked like me, she doesn't look like me.
She looks just like Max,
like me. So anyway, but I do love my kids, but it's difficult when they mirror you.
Yeah, I think my kids are constantly trying to tell me who I love the most. They're like, do you love me the most?
I would just be honest.
But I will tell each of them I love you the most, just so they feel special. But they know that I tell each other the same thing, and I'll be like, you just told Brady that you love him the most. And I'm like, listen, I want everyone to feel special.
Why not just be honest with it?
I mean, here's the thing. I really do feel like I love them all equally, but some of them are easier to love or get along with than others
at certain times.
But like, I would jump in front of a car and like, I wouldn't even think, wouldn't be a second thought.
I hope you wouldn't think about it.
Just dive in and be like,
Well, unless like, what if you had to jump in front of a car, but it was your other kid driving? That's too deep. Let's not talk about that. I don't know. Too much, too deep. Too far. Keep this casual.
Let's keep it casual. Okay. Woo! That was a lot. Okay. All right.
No, I agree though. I love them all equally, but they are easier to like
or get along with. Or just your different personalities.
At different times too. Like Violet right now, super awesome. Violet at 6 months old. No, it was a no. Violet at 2.
Well, she was really colicky though, which we didn't know at the time, but I also think sometimes the personality traits that are not obnoxious when you get them in small doses become like nails on a chalkboard when you're around it all the time.
Yeah. Or have 2 alpha females.
Oh yeah.
Because Violet's an alpha female and I'm an alpha female. And that's sometimes very difficult. Yeah. Because I don't want to stomp out that leadership in her. But then also, and sometimes I tell her this, that I'm the queen.
Yeah. Well, and then I have so I'm usually pretty upbeat. But then Brady is kind of like negative or quiet and more sullen a lot of times. So I struggle with that because I worry, is he not happy? And so then I go down these like long spirals, but he's like the complete opposite of me, which also causes me to worry or be harder to get along with. Oh, hello.
Beckett, come on in here. Show the crew what you got.
Beckett's knocking on the door. Wait, here he comes. He must have heard us talking about favorite children. So he's now delivering balloons of love.
Yeah, so he has a dinosaur holding a heart as an inflatable foil balloon and a red heart.
Oh, it's not for me.
Who's it for?
Who's it for?
Me? Who is it for?
Oh, he loves his cousin. Violet's back there.
His best friend.
That's sweet. That
is sweet.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I love, and that's I love that you're listening to this podcast.
Yeah, thanks for hanging in there.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Getting crazy.
Sometimes we don't really make a lot of sense, but I think it's still entertaining.
Oh, I hope so. And I hope it also...
We try to bring it back around.
Well,
what?
Did you know Becky gets that dinosaur one and I get the heart one?
Yes, that's wonderful. It really worked out.
And I also hope that people feel like we're being authentic and that they can have a place to come where it's like, oh, thank God somebody else feels that way too.
Oh yeah, because we're not putting any airs on. We're just
honestly,
who we are.
We couldn't cut out something if we wanted to because we don't know how.
That's true. We're not sure how to edit. So it's raw footage because we don't know how to get rid of it yet.
So this may become more inauthentic.
We might layer on the fakeness later, but for now, 100% authentic. And we're trying to get some that way.
Right.
Yes.
So we watch some YouTube.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Happy Valentine's weekend.
Yes.
We hope everybody felt a little bit extra loved this weekend. And we are certainly feeling the love from all of our podcast listens.
Absolutely.
Following us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook so that you're up to date, get all the latest episodes. And don't forget to subscribe to our feed.
And let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, and we do love comments, and you can actually comment now that we have a YouTube channel with comments. Oh. Oh, okay. We'll get it in a minute.
The balloon's on the ceiling, everyone.
Well, we've
So
got to
Violet
go
has
because
released her balloon and it's on the ceiling. It's also about to hit the fan.
we're
so we
in a
must
rescue mission
go.
now.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Pray for us. Thanks for listening. Bye.